Is your messy house a silent scream? The shocking link between clutter and narcissistic abuse. Did you know 47% of abuse survivors live in chronic disarray? Is your home trying to tell you something? Overwhelmed? Exhausted? Feeling trapped? Stop scrolling, because this isn't about laziness, it's about survival. What if I told you the mess in your house is actually a sign of hidden trauma? You're not alone if you feel like this. The connection will shock you. The hidden battlefield. Why your home feels like chaos. Hey friend, have you ever felt like you're drowning in clutter, even though you desperately want a clean and peaceful home? It's not about being a bad housekeeper. It's often a hidden sign of something much deeper. Narcissistic abuse. This is for the person who feels judged and misunderstood. The kind of person who promises themselves they'll clean later but feels completely sapped of energy to do so. Narcissistic abuse isn't just arguing. It's a war waged against your mind. A systematic dismantling of your sense of self. You aren't lazy, you're surviving. But many don't realize that the disarray in your home can be the most visible, tangible evidence of the invisible wounds. Picture this: a successful professional, vibrant and outgoing on the outside, but inside, constantly second-guessing themselves, walking on eggshells around their partner. Sound familiar? Tag someone who needs to hear this today. Share your experience. I hear from people all the time. I used to be so organized. What happened to me? I used to make the house perfect to measure up, but now I can't even start. You aren't lazy, you're surviving. Keep watching to uncover why. The anatomy of the clutter. What's really going on? So what's really going on when you can't bring yourself to tidy up? It's not simple. It's actually a series of complex consequences of the abuse. Ever feel like you're drowning in unfinished projects? That's no coincidence. Let's break down the real reasons behind the mess, starting with emotional exhaustion. When even laundry feels impossible. Narcissistic abuse is a constant emotional drain. It robs you of the energy for even basic self-care. A client of mine described it as feeling like their soul was being slowly sandpapered away. They simply didn't have the energy left to deal with laundry, dishes, or anything else. Over time, this exhaustion seeps into every aspect of your life. It's like every cell in your body is screaming, "No!" at the thought of tackling even one task. You might find yourself staring at a pile of laundry, feeling completely paralyzed, thinking, "I just can't." It's as if you're carrying invisible weights on your body, each one a lie, a criticism, or a fear planted by the abuser. This isn't just tiredness, it's soul-deep fatigue. Imagine lugging around a backpack filled with rocks while trying to climb a mountain. Every step feels heavier than the last. That's what living under narcissistic abuse feels like, and your messy home is the trail of rubble left behind. But physical exhaustion isn't the only toll it takes. It also messes with your mind. Memory issues and brain fog, swimming through molasses. Trauma impacts your ability to concentrate and remember. Your brain gets stuck in survival mode, constantly scanning for threats. You forget where you put things, can't focus on cleaning, miss appointments. It's not you. It's your brain trying to protect you. It's like trying to swim through molasses. Everything feels slow and difficult. You walk into a room and completely forget why you're there or misplace things constantly. You start doubting yourself, wondering if you're losing your mind. It's as though your mind is a computer with too many programs running at once. The system overloads and everything slows down to a crawl. Now imagine driving a car with fogged up windows. You can barely see where you're going, let alone plan your route. That's what brain fog feels like. A haze that clouds your thoughts and makes daily tasks seem insurmountable. Tag someone who knows this burden. And speaking of burdens, here's another heavy one. Learned helplessness. What's the point? Narcissists undermine your efforts, making tasks feel pointless. You internalize this negativity and lose confidence in making a difference. Abuse leaves victims feeling powerless and stuck. Think of it like this. You clean the kitchen, and the narcissist immediately messes it up again, criticizing your efforts. Eventually, you stop trying altogether. It's as if a switch flips, and you think, what's the point? It's never going to be good enough. My efforts are useless. Your space becomes a reflection of your inner world of powerlessness, a lie you've been programmed to believe. Imagine planting seeds in barren soil. No matter how hard you water them or nurture them, nothing grows. After a while, you give up, convinced that nothing you do matters. That's learned helplessness, a belief that your actions won't lead to change, no matter how hard you try. And as this belief settles in, it starts affecting other areas of your life, including your personal boundaries. Loss of boundaries. Where did your limits go? It sounds like the abuser in your life likely ignored or trampled over your boundaries. Abuse has a way of teaching you to doubt your own needs, and this can leave your environment feeling really chaotic. Clutter can build up because you've been conditioned to prioritize others over yourself. You may even feel guilty asking for help with cleaning. Your own needs have taken a back seat for so long, it's understandable that it's become hard to even identify them. It's almost as though your life is a field without fences, your boundaries blurred and your priorities lost. Imagine living in a house with no walls. Everything just spills into every room. The noise, the chaos, the demands. There's no separation between what belongs to you and what doesn't. That's what losing your boundaries feels like. An endless merging of your needs with everyone else's, until you forget where you end and they begin. And when boundaries disappear, emotional numbness often follows. Emotional numbness. Watching life through glass. Emotional numbness is often a survival mechanism. When you disconnect emotionally, it's like everything around you feels unimportant. Surviving feels like a full-time job. You're so focused on just getting through the day that dishes pile up, laundry overflows, and you simply don't care. It's like watching your life from behind a thick pane of glass. The mess doesn't register the same way it used to. You know you should care, but the feelings are absent. You're encased in ice, protecting yourself from pain, but also preventing joy and connection. Imagine being locked in a snow globe. You can see the world spinning around you, but you can't touch it or feel it. That's emotional numbness, a protective shell that keeps you safe but isolates you from life's warmth. And when emotions freeze, sleep becomes elusive. Disrupted sleep patterns, racing thoughts, restless nights. Narcissistic abuse often disrupts your sleep, causing stress and anxiety. Poor sleep affects cognitive function, making it harder to stay organized. You lie awake for hours, replaying conversations in your head, or jump at every little sound. When you finally sleep, it's fitful and draining. Your mind races on a track, impossible to slow down. Every moment of rest feels stolen, fleeting. It's like trying to sleep during a thunderstorm. The lightning flashes keep startling you awake, and the rain pounds relentlessly against the roof. You wake up exhausted, dragging yourself through another day. And when sleep suffers, routines disrupt. Disrupted routines, losing the pieces of your puzzle. The emotional roller coaster makes it hard to stick to regular habits. Stress and instability bleed into every aspect of your life. Cleaning, cooking, planning your day all get pushed aside. Imagine your life as a meticulously crafted puzzle, but over time, the edges begin to fray. It becomes harder to piece together. Routines are like scaffolding, they hold your life upright. Without them, everything collapses into chaos. It is like building a sandcastle near the ocean. Just as you finish, the tide rolls in and washes it away. That's what disrupted routines feel like, a constant rebuilding, only to watch it crumble again. And when routines fall apart, coping skills erode. Lack of coping skills, survival mode takes over. When you're in an abusive situation, it's easy to get stuck in survival mode. Dealing with clutter feels like one more overwhelming thing to manage. You weren't taught how to cope with emotions, so feelings of numbness and powerlessness overwhelm you. The world feels crushing, suffocating. It's like being stranded in a desert without a map. You wander aimlessly, searching for water, but every direction looks the same. That's what lacking coping skills feels like, a desperate scramble for relief, with no clear path forward. And as coping skills fade, financial resources dwindle. Lack of financial resources, robbed without a gun. Financial control in abusive relationships traps you. Your financial independence is stolen, leaving you unable to purchase basic necessities. Every dollar is accounted for, every decision scrutinized. You grow fearful of losing housing and your ability to take care of yourself. It's as though your wallet is chained shut, and only the abuser holds the key. Imagine working tirelessly in a garden, only to have someone else harvest all the fruits of your labor. That's financial abuse, a theft of your freedom and autonomy. Reclaiming your space, reclaiming yourself. Okay, so you understand why your house is a mess. Now what? Here's the good news. You can reclaim your space, and in doing so, reclaim yourself. Start small. Don't try to tackle everything at once. Clear off one surface. Do one load of laundry. Wash the dishes. Baby steps matter. Be kind to yourself. This is a journey, not a race. Celebrate small victories. Acknowledge your progress. You've been through hell. Give yourself credit for every step forward. One of my clients took months to tidy up. What mattered most was that they took those baby steps to get there. Set boundaries. Ask yourself, does this belong here? Does it bring me peace? Let go of things that don't serve you. You are worthy of a clean, comfortable space. Address the underlying trauma. Seek therapy. Practice self-compassion. You deserve healing. Remember, your healing starts today. The effects of narcissistic abuse often leave you feeling paralyzed and unable to care for your space. Take it one step at a time because it is your space. There are no secrets to success. It is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. Tag someone who needs to hear this today. Comment below, what's one small thing you'll do today to reclaim your space? Share this video. Spread awareness and support others on their journey to healing.